Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 16th of April 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Friday and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. First we've got the Five of Swords in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and Judgment. Nice. Okay, so the first card, this is great that this is in reverse because the Five of Swords is really serious conflict. It's meeting someone or being the person who says, do you know what? I'm just going to cause trouble for the sake of it. I want to compete. I want to be number one. I want to, even on a dark level, kind of take pleasure in the misfortunes of others. I want to make myself feel bigger by bullying other people. I want to be right all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm happy as long as I get my way. You can see this cloaked figure. And it's interesting in this deck that they cloak him up because what he's doing is he's beating these other knights. And then once they're devastated and humiliated, he steals their swords and he says, I'm the boss, I'm number one. And he's covered. If he was proud of this action, he would take off that hood and he would present himself to the world and he would say, look, here's my face. This is what I'm doing. I'm happy with this being on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper because I'm entitled in hurting these other people. But he knows on an inner level that this is not right. He knows that what you give out, you get back, but he's taking this kind of pleasure in short-term satisfaction, saying, I'm stronger than everyone else. We've got this sun setting here, and it looks kind of like a root chakra. So he's beating other people because he's physically stronger. He may not be spiritually stronger or emotionally stronger, intellectually stronger. He knows that physically he can beat other people by using swords. He's taking advantage of that. He's taking it to the extreme. And he's using that opportunity, that strength, rather than building something, which physical strength would be good for, he's using it to bring other people down. So this is serious conflict in the sense that it's bullying. It's putting other people in their place to make yourself feel bigger. It's not a good energy because there is such a thing as karma, and what you do to others, you get back. So it's a good thing that the card is in reverse. And what that means is you're able to express your own beliefs and ideas in a way that is appropriate. You can stand up for yourself, but you don't have to bully anyone else, or you don't have to let yourself be bullied. So if you have a tyrant in your life, and a lot of people do have tyrants in their lives. I mean, this is a theme in the tarot card, because it happens quite a lot. I mean, this is pretty familiar to most people who have been on planet Earth for a little bit. After a little while, most of us run into a tyrant or a bully. So that said, you're able to stand up to that kind of energy and not be hooked into it. So you don't have to react. If someone treats you badly, you're not going to immediately say, oh, physical reaction, emotional reaction, I have to retaliate or I have to get my own back. No, you're able to see that for what it is and say, well, if this person wants to be a bully, let them do it. They'll get what's coming to them sooner or later anyway. What goes around comes around. I'm free of this kind of behavior and I don't need to engage. So even if someone does treat you in a way that you don't like, you're able to maintain your composure, to really look at it as an outsider would in a very neutral sense, and to simply say, do you know what, that person is behaving very badly? And it's nothing more than that. It's just someone treating others in a way that isn't ideal, but you don't have to go into a rage or really make a plan to get your own back. You're able to look at that with philosophical detachment. And you're able to say, okay, well, that's their stuff. It's got nothing to do with me. And your security also isn't threatened, because usually when this happens, it gives a sense of, well, what if this person who's my boss, for instance, is a tyrant? If I stand up to this boss, I might get fired and I might lose my income. And that's usually why a lot of people put up with this kind of stuff. Today, you're able to behave and look at that as if you weren't dependent on the other person. And that really allows you to transcend it and not feed into it. So the thing is, let people who behave badly, let them do their own thing. Don't stop them. Give them enough rope to do whatever they want with, and they will get what's coming to them in the sense, because the 5 is about freedom in numerology. And the card is saying if you don't engage, if you don't fight back, and if you just leave them to it, something will happen that'll set you free. The 2 of Pentacles is a card that means you can handle whatever's coming your way, the ups and downs of life. And again, we've got these birds here which indicate freedom. So the second card also says, even if you feel like things are a bit much, or you feel like you need to rebalance things, so someone says something mean to me, I have to say something mean back. No, you're comfortable with the imbalance. You're able to stay on your own in the sense that you don't have to lash out. And what's interesting is that we have these covert root chakras everywhere. So here we've got it as a sunset or as a sunrise. So it's something that's leaving your life either way. Here we've got a root chakra, which at other times seems so important, and which is all about your financial security and your power and your body and your connection physically with others. He's wearing that as a little brooch to keep his sash together. So that's a wonderful way of looking at that and saying, do you know what, money and the job and all these physical needs, I'm not going to take that so seriously today, because I've got these 2 pentacles and I know I can provide for myself. I know I'm going to be okay. I don't have to focus on money and things and employment and job as the be all end all. I've got a brain. I can use that mind and that intelligence to free myself and to look at other options. So that says that rather than engaging in some sort of mudslinging contest, you're able to look at what you can do instead. So if we're looking at this from a financial job perspective again, then my boss is a tyrant, but rather than throw back insults the way he or she is at me, I can look at my experience, get my CV together, and look at if there are any other job opportunities out there for me that I could hop on. They will set me free, and then I can leave this behind, and I don't need to engage in the negativity, nor do I need to worry about my financial security if I leave the job or if I stand up to this person, because I've got other options. So you do have other options today. And the final card, the Judgment card, is about a rebirth. You can see these 3 in a coffin, and they're blue, which indicates death. And we've got this trumpet coming out of the cloud, perfect balance between the physical and the spiritual and physical. So this is an intervention by the universe where it intervenes in your physical life and says, wake up, do something differently. So if in the past you feel like you need to justify yourself to other people or things or places, today you're just going to look at your other options instead, and you're kind of over it. You're not saying, I need people to understand me and I need to explain myself. You are much more likely to say, this isn't working out. I'm not interested in talking till I'm blue in the face and explaining every little thing. I want to be free. I want to have a good time. I know I'm able to take care of myself and to manage my life and my circumstances. The fact that I'm here today on this day is proof of that, because I got here somehow. So I don't need to put up with this. I'm able to redirect my focus. I'm able to do something differently. And because of that, and that doesn't feel great, does it? If you're kind of forced to look at what your other options are, usually that's something that uses a lot of time and energy. But today it's actually meant to happen, because the other options you consider are going to serve you as a rebirth. And if you do look at another option in the way you live your life financially, or in terms of your work, or in terms of your physical health, the way you exercise, your routine, where you live, how you live, if you change that, there's an awakening, a rebirth, and whatever opportunity you grab is going to take you one step closer to becoming the person that you're meant to be, or that you already are in spiritual truth. So you're able to look past all the nonsense, and you're really able to rely on yourself and to say, do you know what? I laugh in the face of poverty or financial insecurity or a boss who's a tyrant, because I'm able to look at doing things differently. I'm supposed to do things differently today. And if I walk that walk and talk that talk, I'm going to land somewhere that's actually much more aligned with my true purpose. So bye-bye, tyrant. I don't need you anymore. Thank you for the lessons. You're amazing. And that's the best way to let go of something, when it becomes laughable. You're no longer angry and resentful. It's like, oh, you're still doing this. Okay, bye. Don't need you anymore. See ya. That's really the best revenge, if you feel like you need to get any. Not to say, I hate you and I always have. Because that just ties you together with them. Because then they're going to say, oh, someone's standing in my face right now telling me that they despise me. I'm going to say something back. And that just causes more conflict. When you find something better that helps you succeed, and then you're on the other side in that new position or feeling much better physically, and you look back at this little tyrant and you're now thriving, it does become laughable. And that's really the way to deal with this kind of thing, and then to overcome it. Number-wise, we've got 20 and 2. That in itself, 22 is the master number of the builder. So this opportunity that comes along is really going to serve you and will take you closer to achieving your life purpose. But 22 and 5 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. And 9 is spirituality and completion. Is it? I think I've done it wrong again. Guys, excuse me, please. 5 and 2 is 7, and 20 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. Yeah, okay. Yikes. Okay. I did the numbers wrong, I think, last week, and it's just thrown me a little bit. Okay. So, 2 and 7 is 9, which is spirituality and completion. It's the Hermit in the Tarot, and it means that you understand something about yourself which allows you to let go of something, to put it to bed, and to finish off a cycle. So today you understand that you're not dependent on your boss or your financial security or the way you feel. You have been through worse, you've changed jobs before, you've been ill and you've got well in the past. And really the security and value is in your ability to believe in this, you inside here, and not to take everything so seriously, especially the things in the outside world, and to say, I'm going to use my vision to see what other options there are, how I could do things differently. And today that actually leads you in the right direction towards achieving your soul mission, your life purpose. So really let this cycle complete on its own and look at doing things differently. That's the solution to these problems, rather than facing them head on and engaging in the negativity. Don't do that if you can avoid it. So I hope you have a great day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.